Hello children, welcome back to the science class. Previous session we have seen the unit 4 cell biology. From this lesson, cell is a fundamental unit of life, unicellular organisms, multicellular organisms, cell to organism and organ system and human body and plant body and also plant and animal comparison. From this lesson, we will continue in this session. Let's see the lesson. Already we know that we studied about cell and what is inside a cell. Inside a cell, there are many tiny structures called cell organelles. These organelles are responsible for providing needs of the cell. They work to bring in food supplies, get rid of waste and production and repair the cell and help it to grow and reproduce. Each one has a specific function for the cell, and if any one organelle stops its function, then the cell is programmed to die. So cell organelles, each and every cell organelles are very important and to function the cell. So in this picture, this is a cell and inside the cell there are many organelles. Let's see one by one. Cell structure. As we have mentioned before, all cells have some common structure. Here we will see plant cell structure and animal cell structure. There are many organelles are present in the cell. Structure of a typical animal cell as these are, and structure of typical plant cells, these are second picture. So there are cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. In most eukaryotic cells, the structure of a typical plant and animal cell shows following peculiarities. The structure of typical animal cell organelles are nuclear pore, nucleus, nuclear envelope, centrioles, mitochondrium, ribosomes, lysosomes, etc. And also the structure of a typical plant cells are rough endoplasmic reticulum, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, chloroplast, vacuole, etc. See one by one. Cell membrane. Cell membrane, the boundary of an animal cell is the plasma membrane, which is also called as cell membrane. So cell membrane is the first part, first cell organelle. So cell membrane organelles are carbohydrate and integral protein, peripheral protein, channel protein, etc. Cell wall. Cell wall is supporter and protector of the cell. All animal and plant cells are enclosed or surrounded by a cell membrane, as you learned before. However, as you might have noticed previously, that animal cells often have an irregular shape, whereas plant cells have a much more regular and rigid shape. So plant cells have an additional layer on the outer side of the cell membrane. This is called as the cell wall that provides a framework for support and stability of the cell. And the cell wall is formed from various components, the main one being cellulose. Cellulose helps to maintain the shape of the plant cell. This allows the plant to remain rigid and upright even if it grows to great heights. Each cell is interconnected with its neighboring cells through opening called plasmodesmata. So cell wall called supporter and protector of the cell. The specialized cells are epithelial cells. They are mostly flat and columnar in shape, and the function structure of the epithelial structure and functions, they cover the surface of the body for protection. Next, muscle cells. They are long and spindle shaped. The shape of the muscle cell. This is the shape of the muscle cell. Second one, its function, they can contract and relax, allowing the cell for movement. And nerve cells. Nerve cells, the body of nerve cell is branched with an elongated nerve fiber. This is the structure of the nerve cell and functions. Nerve cells are specialized to carry and conduct message that coordinated the function the body. Next, red blood cell, round biconvex on disc shaped, and red blood cell function carry oxygen and collect carbon dioxide from various parts of the body. Next cell organelle is cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is area of movement. When you look at the temporary mountain of an onion peel, you can see a large region of each cell and enclosed by the cell membrane. This origin region takes up very little stain. It is called the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm includes all living parts of the cell within the cell membrane, including the nucleus. The cytoplasm is made up of the cytosol and the cell organelles. The cytosol is a watery jelly like medium made up of 70% to 90% of water and usually colorless. Cytoplasm is colorless, and cell organelles and structures present in cell are endoplasmic reticulum, vacuole, ribosome, Golgi body, lysosome, mitochondria, etc. Next cell organelle is mitochondria. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Do you remember learning about the food as the energy source for the body? Just as food is burned to release the stored potential energy to make a fire to heat some water. The food that you ate to be broken down in order to release the energy which can be used by your body to function. Mitochondria, like mitochondria, are responsible to do this function. Very active cells have more mitochondria than cells that are less active. Which type of cell do you think will have more mitochondria, or muscle cells or a bone cell? Let's think. So mitochondria is an oval or red shaped double membrane bonded organelle. Aerobic respiratory reactions take place within the mitochondrion to release energy. So it is known as the powerhouse of the cell. The energy produced within the mitochondrion is used for all the metabolic activities of the cell. Next, chloroplast. Chloroplast present only plant cell. Chloroplast is a food producers. Do you notice the green organelles present in plant cells and absent in animal cells? Chloroplasts are the only cell organelles that can produce food from the sun energy. Only plant with chloroplast are able to do photosynthesis because they contain the very important green pigment chlorophyll. Chlorophyll can absorb radiant energy from the sun and convert into the chemical energy which can be used by the plants and animals. So animal cells lack chloroplast and are unable to do photosynthesis. So chloroplast only present in plant cell. So chloroplast are food producers. Golgi complex. Membranes bounded scars are stacked on top of the other with associated secretory vessels are collectively known as Golgi complex. Function of Golgi complex are the production of secretory substances, packing and secretion. This is the secret behind the change in the color and taste of fruits. So, Golgi apparatus parts are given in the picture. Lysosome. Lysosome is one of the cell organelle. Lysosome called suicidal bag. Everything I touch, I destroy. You will find organelles called as lysosomes, which are very small to view using a light microscope. There are the main digestive compartments of the cell. They lyse a cell, hence they are called suicidal bag. So, the structure of the lysosomes given here. The lysosome structures is given and the parts of the lysosomes are membrane, hydrologic enzymes and transport proteins. And the lysosome is a very small particle. Next, centrioles. Centrioles are the generally found close to the nucleus and are made up of tube-like structures. Centrioles or centrosomes are present only in animal cells and absent in plant cells. But chloroplast only present in plant cells and absent in animal cells. It helps in the separation of chromosomes during cell division. So centrioles parts are here. Radial fibers, connection fibers, endoplasmic reticulum. It is an intermembrane network made up of flat or tubular sacs within the cytoplasm. Endoplasmic reticulum is of two types. First one, rough endoplasmic reticulum, and second one, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. They are rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. First, rough endoplasmic reticulum or rough due to the ribosomes attached to the membrane, which helps in the synthesis of protein. And smooth endoplasmic reticulum, it is a network of tubular sacs without ribosomes on the membrane. They play a role in the synthesis of lipids, steroids and also transport them within the cell. So endoplasmic reticulum, two types, rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. The last important cell organelle is nucleus. Nucleus is the brain of the cell. Plant and animal cells have a nucleus inside the cytoplasm. It is surrounded by a nuclear envelope. One or two nucleus and the chromatin body are present inside the nucleus. During cell division, the chromatin body is organized into a chromosome. Storage of genetic material and transfers heredity characters from generation to generation are the functions of chromosome. The parts of the nucleus are nucleus, chromatin body, and nuclear membrane and nuclear pore. These are the parts of the nucleus. The inside the nucleus called nucleolus. The next generation heredity characters transfer only chromosomes. The important points from this lesson: cells are the basic structural and fundamental units of all living organisms. Cells are microscopic and can be seen only under a microscope. Cell membranes are selectively permeable, which means they only allow certain substance to pass in and out of the cell. Plant cells have a cell wall around the cell membrane that is rigid and provides support and protection to the cell content. And a group of different tissues makes up an organ. Organs working together in groups form systems or organ systems. And organ system make up an organisms such as human. So these points are important in this lesson. Thank you, children. We have completed Unit 4 Cell Biology. We will see the next